Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Ram 3500 LongHorn Mega Cab Dually. Lots of stuff happening with this truck. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Carl Malone Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Heber, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. This particular LongHorn is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have. If you have any questions, just ask for Josh. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 6.7 liter inline-6 turbo diesel known as the Cummins. This is the high output diesel, so it produces 420 horsepower and then 1,075 pound-feet of torque. It goes through a 6-speed automatic known as the Ison. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting at the top, you guys can see we have the cab lights, and then popping down below, nothing too crazy with the hood, and if you're wondering, this one's finished in bright white. We've got the really cool headlights that come with the LongHorn and also the Limited, and then with the LongHorn, you've got the grille that has the horizontal slats, and then we've got some fog light action down below with some tow hooks and parking sensors. And when you put it all together, this truck just has such a cool look. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 235, 80, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And then you guys can see here with the wheels, silver with the coloration, which goes with the theme. 3500 badge, we get our Cummins badge down below, and then body painted fender flare action. Ram badge finished in chrome, and then look at the mirrors, also chrome. Of course, we've got some fender flare action here in the back, but what I wanted to show with the Dually, got leaf springs here in the back. That's with all 3500 Rams. And then here's your full side view with the truck. I like the fact that the fenders there are like custom for this truck. It's not just fender extensions like what you have on the Ford Duallys. Here's a quick look at our key fob. We have our unlock function or lock function, remote start, the tailgate drop down, and then the Ram LongHorn logo there on the back. Taking a look at the bed, you guys can see bed liner here from the factory. Got some LED bed light action. Now with the Mega Cab, you get a 6'4" box. You cannot get an 8-foot box from the factory with the Mega Cab. Lifting this up, definitely light. Got your giant LongHorn badge, 4x4, and then I like the LED taillights here. You guys can see with the exhaust tip there, and then we've got parking sensors at the rear. And then finishing things up with the rest of the rear of the truck. Let me know what you guys think about the overall looks, but I like the Ram Dually look. Now taking a look at the front door panel here, you guys can see with the leather trim, look at the wood trim, and then I love the cracked design there. That's so cool. And then the stitching down below. And then you probably saw earlier, but power side steps. And then here are the seats in LongHorn. Really nice brown leather. And then you guys can see perforated there. Now this particular latch right here, this is basically your reclining latch. And then this is the fold down seat, but like all the way. And then you've got another fold down one at the top here, but this one just folds it down part of the way. Hopefully that makes sense. And then you do have storage behind the seat. Now legroom back here is really good. We have our saddlebag storage, and again the cracked design right there. And then you can see with the wood trim, and we also have heated seats back here, USBs, full outlet, you know, all the works. And then headroom back here, it's really good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the leather trim and then the wood trim down below and then the cracked design. All of our window controls here, front two are automatic. We got our mirror adjustments, the mirrors do power fold in. And then you guys can see we've got these little things right here. So that extends out the mirrors. That's the adjustment for the convex mirror. And then those are the mirror lights and then your memory seats. And then here's a quick look at the mirrors. You got blind spot monitoring too. Now you guys are probably wondering, with the payload capacity, it's 5,205 pounds. And then here's the front seat, again LongHorn there. You can see perforated leather all down the center. Power adjustments on the side. And then we have this for the cargo outlet. And then you guys can see we've got our light controls here, fog lights. We've got the cab light, and then the pedals are power adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, really nice leather trim all around. You've got the brown stitching here in the center, and then look at the wood trim. Gear limiter function here, and then we've got a regular cruise control as well as adaptive radio controls on the back, and then phone controls. We've got controls for the center stack, and then your regular turn signal / windshield wiper stock, and then our column shifter with nice stitching. Now we've got Ram's full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which I'm just a big fan of it. I love how it looks, and I like the two different views, so like the digital versus the analog. I think the analog looks a little bit cleaner, makes a little bit more sense with the LongHorn, and got LongHorn there at the top. Now, something that I want to mention is the trim here in the dash. I noticed this in my TRX review as well. This is different than before, and it's different than this trim here. Like, this has like a smooth surface. This is more of a rough surface. So if you're watching this and you work for Ram, please comment down below if this is still real leather, because it looks and feels different than before. That is the same as before, but yeah, it's the rest of the dash too here. It's just, and it's even different from, no, I guess the trim down there is kind of similar. And then I guess while we're over here, glove box. But yeah, just let us know. In reverse, we do have a 360 camera system, so you can see out of every single angle with the truck. Resolution's pretty good. The view is a little bit small, but that's because the screen is vertically opposed. So we've got dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats, as well as a heated steering wheel. You've got the shortcut bar here at the bottom. Overall response time with the screen's pretty good. It does take a second for some of the pages to load up. And then you got climate controls on either side, radio controls, and at the bottom, parking sensors. You got your tow haul mode, stability control, diesel exhaust brake. That's for your alternate trailer height, because this one has the rear air. Trailer steering, trailer brake controls as well. And then at the top, you got a little 12 volt and then more of that nice wood trim. And then you guys can see we've got our 2-wheel drive here, 4-wheel high, and then 4-wheel low. And then we have our limited LongHorn on the center console. And then again, got that cool texturing everywhere. Got a little USB measuring charts and everything there on the bottom. And then this does slide, which is nice. And again, look at the wood. It has a very nice grainy feel to it. And then we do have a wireless phone charging pad right there. Some USB action, and then a full power outlet down below. And then as you can see, we have the camera rear view mirror, and then the power sliding window. And by the way, let me know if you guys want me to, not today, but another day, review one of those lifted Gladiators. So here's our window sticker for this truck. You guys can see base MSRP $76,985. Got quite a bit of standard equipment. First package is that towing technology group. Got the safety protection group as well. So it's got skid plates underneath, which is great. LongHorn level 1, $4,000 option. That's where things start to get pricey. High output Cummins, $12,495. The air suspension, $1,700. Dually configuration, almost $1,500. It all adds up. $104,390 is the total MSRP. Let's drive it. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, dual blind spot monitoring, and throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, actually, I'm gonna reverse a little bit. Then we're gonna go out the back way. I finally remembered, and also, I don't know if this is gonna make it. Let's see if the turning radius is good enough. Solid axles, and we're in a dually. Yeah, turning radius is wide, to say the least. But I think this is a really cool truck. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video. I have the temptation to title this video something like Redneck's Wet Dream, and it's a pretty accurate title. I mean, like LongHorn plus Dually plus Cummins, and not just any Cummins, but the high output Cummins. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. So first off, ride quality with the truck initially in the parking lot's actually not bad, but when we get up to higher speeds, we'll see how that feels. Seat comfort's really good. It was kind of bumpy going over that. Again, we got big old leaf springs in the back end, and I cannot see past this at all. This is scary. Okay, we're good. Don't worry, if someone hits into me, this is only $104,000. So actually setting off, I mean, obviously tons of torque from the engine. There's a lot of dualies up here. Since I've been filming this review, I have seen like 10 plus dualies. And the thing is, I can tell people use them because they all have dents in the side of the bed, and they all have like scrapes all over. So it's like these people actually use the trucks up here. Yeah, slowing down a little bit. Brakes are pretty normal sponginess that you get out of a HD truck. Yeah, so torquey. And it sounds great. I just drove a GMC dually the other day, and it's so, like, the experience with this versus the GMC is so different. So like, it's kind of funny. So with the GMC, the powertrain and the ride quality is really refined. With this, like, less refined with those, but then the interior is way more refined in this. Like the seat comfort and just the style and everything. So it's kind of funny the differences with them. Is that the same dually or is that a different one? Anyways, so with the high output, when you're not towing, it's like not like a rocket ship like with the Ford and with the GM trucks. Still moves at a really solid pace though. And then some other stuff about it, like this engine's all about torque. It does have 420 horsepower, but like how this develops power, like you can tell that everything's about torque with this. So there's that part too. Let's sum things up. First off, when it comes to looks, I love this look. I love the big fenders and everything. I like the LongHorn style on this truck. I don't know, for some reason it works for me. And then, you know, when it comes to driving and everything, it's a dually, it's a work truck, right? Even though this is wrapped in leather and questionable leather, it's still meant to do work at the end of the day, right? Your towing capacity, which actually, what was the axle ratio on this? I didn't see if it was upgraded or not. So 410 axle ratio, high output Cummins, LongHorn. I think I might be off by a little bit, but I think we're looking at like 30,000, 32,000 pounds of towing capacity with this, maybe a little bit, somewhere around that range, with the fifth wheel setup. So it's a work truck at the end of the day. So it's not going to be like the most refined ride on the planet, but what you give up in ride, you gain in, again, massive capability. Let me know what you guys think about this, and let me know if you'd pick this or that GMC Sierra 3500 Dually Denali that I reviewed the other day. Would you rather have that or this LongHorn?